Well, hello there. Welcome back to Talk to the Fish, the only show where we help divers improve their skills without getting all waterlogged about it. Now, we've got a message from the viewer, Current Mood, who asks, Storm diving. Will I be the star of a documentary titled Bad Idea? Well, that's a question that's brewing with possibilities.
Weather conditions can transform a pleasant dive into a dangerous situation faster than you can change colors.
So tell us, how can you help our diving friends navigate these choppy waters of knowledge?
Lightning plus water. That's a shockingly bad mix, Jack. A strike unleashes a massive jolt, and saltwater conducts electricity like a champ. Think giant underwater taser.
Whoa! That puts a whole new spin on getting a charge out of diving. So we're talking about nature's own power grid in the water.
Forget a narrow beam. Lightning on water splatters electrically across the surface and spreads outwards below. The highest current is right at the strike point and just under the surface. Basically the no zone.
So it's not just one spot that becomes dangerous. It's creating an electrical party and everyone's invited.
Saltwater spreads it even further, creating danger across a larger area. The water surface essentially becomes electrically charged.
So what happens when humans get caught in this oceanic electric light show, Regis?
As divers, our bodies contain electrolytes and water, making us excellent conductors in this charged environment. The most dangerous zone is near the surface or on a boat when lightning strikes.
Talk about being in the wrong place. If your head sticks out of the water, you're basically raising your hand, saying, "Hey lightning, pick me." You become the tallest thing around.
Exactly the problem. Your head becomes peak lightning rod potential. And even if it misses you, that spreading surface current can zap right through you, delivering a highly unwelcome shock.
Not the kind of frying fish experience anyone wants.
Being deeper underwater offers some protections since electrical energy dissipates with depth. However, lightning creates a massive pressure wave due to intense heat, causing rapid water expansion.
It's practically an underwater explosion. The water transmits that force directly to all your squishy parts. Ears, sinuses, lungs.
Your scuba equipment compounds the risk too. Steel tanks and metal gear act as conductors, potentially channeling electrical current if a strike occurs nearby.
That's why fish don't carry metal equipment during storms. You're essentially wearing a lightning rod on your back. Now that's what I call a shocking fashion statement.
Many divers wonder why fish aren't decimated during every thunderstorm. The electrical current spreads more across the surface rather than penetrating deeply in a concentrated beam.
Most fish swim deeper than where the zappy stuff hangs out. It's similar to a bird sitting on a single power line. The electricity doesn't have a path through it.
Fish are sensitive to environmental changes, including pressure shifts and vibration transmitted through water. When thunder sounds, they react instinctively.
They're avoiding the party at the surface without even receiving an invitation. But what if you're already underwater? Those weather forecasts aren't always reliable.
That's when you need to assess the situation calmly and prioritize safety with your body. First, look upward toward the surface. Can you see lightning flashes illuminating the water? Can you hear thunder as a low rumble?
When you see those flashes, it's your cue that something serious is happening up there, requiring your immediate attention.
If you're in shallow water, say less than 10 to 15 meters, and have sufficient air, with no decompression obligation, consider descending slightly deeper, where the electrical risk from surface strikes is reduced.
It's your underwater basement during a tornado warning. Put more of that water buffer between you and the target practice. But don't go deeper than your training allows.
That's crucial, Jack. This is only a temporary measure if surfacing immediately seems too risky. Your air supply and no decompression limits remain the primary safety consideration.
Running out of air to avoid lightning is trading one disaster for another, not a winning strategy.
Once you and your body agree, begin a controlled ascent. The priority is getting out of the water and away from the surface as quickly and safely as possible.
Make your exit, careful but prompt, just calmly evacuating a building when the fire alarm blares. No panicking, but no dawdling either.
As soon as you reach the surface and exit the water, seek proper shelter immediately. Don't linger on the boat deck, dock, or beach.
Get out of the danger zone completely. No hanging around for a selfie with the lightning in the background.
Remember, while being underwater offers some protection compared to being at the surface, the shockwave remains a threat, and eventually you'll need to surface into the danger zone.
One last word for our viewers who might be pondering a storm dive, Regis?
Forecast says thunder, hard pass on diving, that's nature's stay out sign. Caught underwater, patient, slow ascent, speedy exit, get out of the water now, find shelter.
Thanks, Regis. That's all for today's episode of Talk to the Fish. I must say, our discussion about diving during storms was electrifying. Next week, we're tackling the burning question. Can fish get sunburned? Spoiler alert, my cousin Nemo forgot his reef-safe SPF 50 once and looked akin to a tomato with stripes for weeks. Until then, fellow bubble blowers, keep making those bubbles, preferably nowhere near lightning rods. See you next time.
Forget all the troubles and blues. Dive into the blue. Oh yes, talk to the fish.